Hello there. This probably won't be a too terribly long video since um, my dorm have a general meeting there in about 30 minutes, which is kind of crazy to think. It really doesn't feel like that late. It's currently 6:30 in the evening. Weather's pretty nice right now, and nature is quite pretty. Kind of enjoying just walking around and seeing the different trees and flowers and looking out at the grass and hearing the birds chirping. It's quite pretty out here. So today's date, it is April 22nd of 2025. I've already ordered some gifts for my dad for his birthday. His birthday is this Sunday. She'll be, April 27th. So if you happen to see this video before then, or on that day, or shortly thereafter, if you want to say, happy birthday from my dad, I'd appreciate it. Great guy. I love him. And I'm really fortunate to have really good parents. And I think that I've known that I've had good parents for much of my life, but I think that as I get older, I'll probably appreciate them even more. So yeah, that was just one thing that was on my mind. Beyond that, I think today and yesterday have been pretty good. Weather's not been too bad. I mean, it was a little bit hotter earlier and for some of yesterday, but not too terrible. What else? Well, I think I made the video yesterday, although I forget if I did or not. But today, right, I had my 2 classes, and so I think we'll be doing in both of the classes I had today, we'll be doing our final for those on this Thursday. So my GSTR class will be doing the rest of the presentations. Well, the presentations for everyone that I had for a final paper or whatever and all that was split between today and Thursday. And so a couple people went today. We'll have a few go on Thursday. And I'll be one of those. I considered going ahead and doing mine today, but I hadn't really prepared for practice for it. So there's that. Probably not too bad though. Not too bad. So anyways, I forget if I've talked about it before in a video or not, but in one of my, in this GSTR class, my paper was about the Minecraft YouTuber dream, and his social impact. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing really stopping me from showing that, or making a video or something. Yeah, totally could. There's not really a problem with that necessarily. I don't know if I will or not, but we'll see. Not really that big a deal though. And then my wellness class, we'll be having our final exam this Thursday. So, and I'll have to double check, but I don't think that we'll have to actually go to either of those classes this next week. So that means that this Thursday is probably the last day for both of them. Or if not the last day, it's like the second or maybe third. So I'll probably, I'm thinking I want to go ahead and just make some kind of, thank you for being my teacher kind of letters or notes. It's something that I've done for, I don't really know how long, but at least a few years. I did it throughout high school. I don't really remember if I did it before then or not, but I know I did when I was in elementary school. I had a really good principal and, really liked her. Got along really well. She was pretty good. So I think it was each of the couple years that I was there at that school, I just wrote a, nice little thank you letter for her. So yeah. All that stuff though. So I think overall, yesterday and today have been pretty good. Weather's not been too bad. I've had classes, I've had labor. In fact, actually, since my GSCR class was shorter today because we didn't have many people presenting and whatnot, and we didn't have anything else besides that, the teacher just let us go earlier, so I was able to go ahead and work, labor earlier on, so that was nice. And then I didn't really go back to the dorm, play any games or anything like that, at least not yet. I mean, I'm walking back there, but probably the meeting soon enough, and got to use the bathroom and plug in my phone and all the good stuff. But anyways, besides all that though, I think things have been pretty good overall. Although I've mentally, emotionally, I've had a lot of stuff on my mind. I've thought a lot more about, I don't know if it's necessarily like new thoughts, but so much as it is kind of just, I don't know if I necessarily am thinking about it as I am just feeling about it. But if you say it like that, I don't know if anyone says that kind of expression, but whatever. I think you get the point. Thinking about stuff like, where is it that I want to live, or what does, or how do I feel about, my national identity, or I don't know, all sorts of, that's kind of random, I know, all sorts of, philosophical, moral kind of things. I don't know, it's tricky to explain, and I don't know if I want to attempt to explain all of it in like 2 minutes, 2 minutes before I get back to the dorm here, but it's just been a lot, and I felt a lot of sadness, a lot of anger, a little bit of anxiety, but I've kind of just sat with those. I kind of just, if I'm feeling something, I'm not going to try to, suppress that. I'm going to let myself feel that way. And, I used to, sometimes I do, or sometimes I might try to, maybe after the fact, or maybe depending on like how intense it is or the situation or all these kind of things. But I don't really try to, overanalyze my feelings as much as I maybe used to, which I just think is a good thing. right? I don't, necessarily beat myself up for that, or I might at least try to, not always, but sometimes, ask some of the people what their thoughts about things, or read stuff, or write things down, or make these sort of videos. I don't know, all sorts of different stuff, I suppose. And I know sometimes I do recognize that, sometimes I do recognize that I do need to just, get more sleep, or eat good food, or go take a shit. That's probably that last one especially, because it's definitely quite helpful. Sometimes you just really gotta use the bathroom to make you feel better. Just general self-care things, I suppose. I should have said that, but you get the point. Well, anyways, I don't really know too much to say right now. I might make another video later on. Honestly, I have no idea. I may be just pretty tired. Not for me. I don't know how long it's supposed to be. If it's supposed to be 30 minutes, 15, or a whole hour or 2 hours or something, but we'll see. Anyways, if you want to see more content like this, if you enjoyed this, like this, whatever, go ahead and feel free to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. Currently at 76 subscribers. Thank you, random person who subscribed in the last week or two, and everyone else who subscribed before that. I was trying to reach 100 subscribers before Easter. I didn't get that, but that's okay. I'm not upset. And I do realize, I kind of wasn't really, really in the mood to make as many videos as I kind of had before, and I kind of issues with making the Minecraft ones because my computer didn't really. I really don't want to push that thing anymore with making Minecraft videos, because I think it took a big hit out of that, and I don't want to I don't have to buy a new school computer at the end of the school year, in a few weeks, or buy one, at some point later on. If I can make sure that if I can have this computer for longer, I will. So I don't know what I'll do about that, in terms of videos. Who knows? Maybe I might find some new program that will be a little easier on the computer, or I might, who knows? I doubt it, but possible I could somehow get a new computer that's like way buffer, and has like a ton more storage and everything, and do it on there. But I don't know. But anyways, see you next one. Peace, bye, and have a good time. Day, night, whatever it is for you.